Hello and welcome to The B-Side, where we take an honest look at the UK music industry. I'm Saskia, aka Sassy, and my guest today is a videographer, digital creator, and the founder of the online music platform Redbox Records. It's Sara Vieira. Hi.
Hey.
Oh, that voice is very nice.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, love that. How are you doing? Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me. I'm chilled right now. I'm enjoying my cup of tea.
Just to kick us off, I ask everyone the same questions to begin with. So I want you to take us on a little journey of your career, and so we can understand how you got into it, because everyone's way in is different. So what was your first job in music?
My first job, so I didn't go uni. So straight after sixth form, I started working at a social publisher called Lad Bible. So that took me into the social media world. Yeah, it was a very junior job. I was basically just finding videos online and just helping them make them go viral.
Okay, so when you're on like IG or whatever on Lad Bible's page and they're just posting things.
Yeah, that was like a team of us curating it and like finding those videos, and we would basically, I learned a lot about video rights because we would negotiate rights and like it's a whole thing which I had no idea about. Then on the side of that is when I actually started Redbox. Yeah, that just started off as like a hobby and just purely out of the love of music, specifically UK music. And then through that, there was a few artists that hit me up on the side to try and just do social content for them and stuff like that. So I started freelancing. Whilst I was at Lad Bible, I started freelancing, doing like videography and just social content and just working with artists on that creative side. Through that, I got a job with an artist that was signed at Parlophone at the time. And she kept on requesting me for content days.
Okay.
So Parlophone took note of that and then contacted me and asked if I wanted a contract with them.
Nice.
And that was my way in. And I got into Parlophone like when it was a super rocky time. So it was big risk, but I was like, this is my in.
Yeah.
And I had tried to apply for majors for ages. Obviously, I feel like this world is very much who you know rather than what you know.
100%.
So it was pretty much, it felt impossible to get an in. So once I kind of was given that in on a platter, I was like, I'm taking it regardless of the risk. And then, yeah, that's kind of where it started. And then my journey from there has just been a bit mad, but great at the same time.
Yeah. So who was the artist that kept requesting you?
Her name is Lazique. She is like a pop, like
Really,
alternate
really cool
artist. Really dope. Like she's super fun to work with. We did like a few content days.
How did she come across Redbox then? Or was it you specifically?
No, so that was a freelance job on the side.
Okay, with you.
And I got that through a guy that I worked with at Lad Bible, who was basically on retainer at Lad Bible. He was doing kind of like creative direction and that kind of stuff for the more produced side of things on Lad Bible because they've got their original formats. Yeah, he couldn't do this job with Lazique.
Okay.
So he was like, I know you do your bit. Do you want to just have this job? And big up Chris for that, because you basically just handed me a whole in.
Okay, well, I really love that. It's like, yeah, it's just saying yes to an opportunity and just seeing what happens with it.
Facts.
Oh, that's amazing. So you're saying that you didn't go to uni?
No.
So when you were doing A-levels, etc., were there any media or music focused?
None.
Okay.
I literally did psychology, biology, and history.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, like
She's smart.
This is so at GCSE I had meetings with heads of my school and they were basically like, we're trying to position you so we can put you for like help you get into Oxford or Cambridge kind of thing.
Wow.
So then I picked those A levels because I was like, I need to be this academic bloody woman. I smashed my GCSEs, but like I sacrificed all of my free time to just get those grades.
Yeah.
Burnt out completely at A level. I burnt out to the point where I got diagnosed with depression and anxiety.
Oh.
And it was just a whole journey in itself. And at that point, I pretty much told everyone, like, not only am I not wanting to go to these high level unis, I don't want to go uni at all. And that was like the most controversial thing.
I was going to say, like,
for everyone.
What was the reaction to that?
Not great. Not great. But I said to myself, like, at the end of the day, it's my life and I'm the one that has to wake up every morning and live it. So despite people's disappointment, I'm the one that has to go literally and get myself up and go to these places. And I've literally said it to myself. I don't know what I would do if I was required to write another bloody essay. Like, I think I'd lose my shit. And so the fear of being miserable every day for the next 4 years scared me way more than the reaction of people's disappointment. It was really bad. Like, I was living with my parents. My mum didn't speak to me for 6 months.
Wow.
Like, it was deep. And my school as well was literally like, cool, do whatever you want to do. And I had no guidance with what I wanted to do.
So they left you basically to it after you said?
Pretty much.
Wow.
And it's interesting because, like, results day came, everyone had their placements of like uni or apprenticeships or a job, and I still had nothing. I had no idea. And I remember a member of staff came up to me and was like, what are your plans? And I was like, I don't know, but I'll figure it out. And so that was like August time. And I said to myself, you've got until December 31st to pattern something. Okay. Otherwise, treat this as a gap year and you're going to uni. And then literally, I was just applying. My mum wasn't talking to me. Like, all of my friends had gone off to uni. So it was just a rubbish time. But I was like, I'm going to figure something out. And then literally a week before that deadline, I landed that Lad Bible job. And I was like, wow. Oh my days.
It's meant to
Thank
be.
God.
Yeah.
Thank God. Thank God.
To have that kind of steadfastness at, I assume, 18 years old, to be like, that's my trajectory. Everyone is saying I'm doing this. You were on that path. And at such a young age to be like, I don't know what I want to do, but it's not this. Yeah. And to have the bravery to then figure it out. I think that is heroic in a way because like there are people, that get to retirement age and were like, I didn't enjoy any of that.
Like, I was very much like, what decisions can I make to make this better, to make my life feel less shitty? I remember I made a promise to myself, like, whatever you do in this life, you're not going to wake up miserable. Like, you're not going to be in a situation where you're struggling to get to work. Because that's ludicrous to me, because we spend most of our time working. Yep. So why on earth would I put myself in a position to hate what I do? And like, that was how extreme those emotions felt to me. And so, but I'm so grateful for it as well, because in this industry, there's a lot of risks you have to take. And I think that was like the first pivotal point that really showed me, okay, your risk can kind of pay off. And if you calculate it well and you know what the consequences could be, and if you're okay with living with those, why wouldn't you just take the risk? Not every risk is going to pay off, but it just showed me that what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, I mean, stick to your guns. It is very brave, and
thank you.
It just goes to show it's the right thing to do, right? Did you then always have the goal of getting into the creative industries, or was it always specifically music? Obviously, you started at Lad Bible. What made you go, this is what I'm going to get into?
I've always been a lover of music. Like I said, I had no idea what I wanted to do, but I did know around like 17, 18 that I want to be in the music industry. I just don't know what I want to do. Taught myself the guitar, led choirs. Like, I was very immersed in the creative space, but I realized I don't want to be an artist, but I knew I wanted to be in that spot. And even when I was at Lad Bible as well, they have like a subsidiary brand, because they bought Unilad, and they have Unilad Sound. Yeah. And that's the music part, and I was trying to edge my way into like doing work with them. So like I was trying to find different pockets, just to find a fit. But I then realized there's a gap in the industry that I'm seeing from a consumer that is missing, and instead of me complaining about it, I want to fill that gap, and that's what led to Redbox.
Okay.
I've always been like a massive music head. I'd love to go home and spend hours just like curating my playlists and finding UK underground music specifically. And it was a joy. And when I had conversations with people about music and they were like, oh, UK music is rubbish, I'm like, right, well, you don't know what's going on in the scene. But I also don't blame you, because there's a gap. Like I used to watch SBTV and all of these things, and I would like discover artists through them. And I was like, why on earth do we not have something like that anymore? That's like really, really taking the lead in pushing the scene.
Just to give some context for the listeners who aren't in the know yet. So on socials, artists will get in this telephone box, like get in there. And then perform a track, and it's really cute. You have this little sign that's like, do you wanna get involved? Do you wanna get in the box? On YouTube as well, there's a entire Redbox Records YouTube channel, and that's more of a kind of curated kind of video, I would say. It's like very mood lighting. You still got the telephone box in the back, and I just had a question of like, do you own this telephone box? What's going on?
I do.
Oh my gosh. Right, okay. I don't want to jump ahead, but I was that was the top of my mind. I was like, where did she get this from? First of all, how did you come to set it up? Sort of what made you go, quintessentially British telephone box is going to be the hook?
Yeah. It's actually another weird story. So to give context, both my parents are Portuguese. And for some reason, for years, my mum kept on saying, I want a telephone box in the house. Like, I want one in the garden. And we were like, what are you talking about? My dad's a black cab driver, though. So it kind of plays into the theme of like, oh, British culture, London culture, whatever.
That is so British.
But literally. But my mum, for years, was like, I want a telephone box. And we're like, what the hell? Like, where are you getting this from? She's like, I don't know, I just want one. And then my god sister at the time worked for LinkedIn, and they had a telephone box in their office, and they were refurbing the office. So she was like, do you lot want this telephone box? They're just trying to get rid of it.
Wow.
I hated it. I really hated it for like the first 6 months that we had it, because it wasn't in the garden. They placed it in the living room.
Pride of place.
Literally. I was like, why on earth do we have a random telephone box in the house? It's just odd. Like, it's not for me. But during that time when I was trying to figure out my stuff, I was messing around and I started playing my guitar. And my god sister, who brought the telephone box, came round. She started filming me in front of the telephone box, and I was like, wait, hold up. And I went inside the telephone box and started playing the guitar. I've got the video actually on my phone. And in that moment, I was like, yo, why do I not just get UK artists in this thing? And then from there, the name just popped up into my head. Like, it was like it was audible. It was just odd. And I was like, cool, well, I don't know how to use a camera or how to record sound or anything, but I'll teach myself on YouTube. And that was about it. I then just started hitting up random UK underground artists at the time, because I got this idea in 2019. Yeah. And then started filming at the end of 2019, and then COVID hit. Yep. And then that was when I was like, perfect time to drop.
That's mad. I think because like it's such a good through line of like the fact that it is such a British thing to have. Yeah. But you're also then championing these British artists, and it just like so seamlessly ties together. And I just love that it was just like just there in your living room.
And I know. And I think like a core part of Redbox as well is, even though I was born and raised in London, my ethnicity, I'm not like British. And I think that's a massive conversation in our scene, is that there's so much that influences the music in this space. Like, it's just built off of so many influences. Yeah. But that's what makes it so beautifully British at the same time. And that's what it's about. And yeah, it was just cool to me. So
It is cool. And like, I went to the event that you had earlier this year.
mm-hmm.
That was a relaunch event, right? And I assume it was because COVID came and ruined the party and you kind of had to put it on hiatus, or was it a natural hiatus?
It was a natural hiatus because I launched Redbox during COVID. That was like the first run of episodes. I think I've archived them because they were just so bad, because I was just teaching myself everything. And this is the thing that I tell people, like, it's actually okay if it's not high level, just put it out there, because you're learning on the spot. And
Very
that's
true.
exactly what I was doing.
Mm.
So I did quite a lot of those episodes, actually. And then when I started at Parlophone, to be quite frank, my life was so consumed in that work. It's so fast paced working at a major. It consumes your life.
Yeah.
And because I was young, I was okay with it consuming my life.
Yep.
So I said to myself, like, if you want to build a brand, you've got to offer people value. And I feel like me being at Warner, I took it as an opportunity to build up my network a bit more, to build up my experience, to learn the business inside out. So then I could then deliver people a product that could actually be useful and helpful to them and their careers, their campaigns. But I needed to learn that first. So the hiatus came with me being like, let me just pause, learn what I need to learn to then be able to offer people something that's actually valuable.
Right.
And then I got my job at Believe. And that gave me the stability and the balance to be like, okay, bet, now you can start bringing it back in.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of led to the relaunch. I loved filming that first season this year, but I was like, there has to be a way that is like, I want it to hit. And right now I'm not seeing the result that I want.
Yeah.
And that's okay. This is just an experiment for me. And I said, okay, cool. For season 2, what are we going to do differently? So I just took my time and I was like, cool. Instantly, my mind went to, let's invest a lot of money into upping the production, and let's try and get, like, let's just really curate a really exciting list of people to participate in season 2. So I spent so much effort trying to do that. But with that, when you're a brand that's growing, unfortunately, this is a part of the industry that I don't enjoy, which is, I feel like us in the UK, we only jump on things when we see hype to it.
Oh, yeah.
To get everyone to see that vision, it takes a lot of work. Then you're trying to get support and it's just a whole meh.
Yeah.
When you're trying to build it. And especially
just take my word for it. Just do it and you won't regret it.
Do you know what I mean? But obviously I understand why people, like, especially if you don't know me, you're not going to take my word.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, cool. I'm not going to invest a certain amount of money without knowing that I'm going to get the result I want. And I haven't seen the result I want from season 1. So why on earth would I pump even more money into doing that?
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, cool. Let me try and get a brand involved. But again, for you to even get a brand involved, it's got to be worth the investment.
Yeah.
So I was like, right, pause. And then I just started thinking to myself, what do we tell artists that don't have budget? Utilize the tools that you do have. Create something sick, because you're a creative. Utilize socials, build up your audience, build up that demand, and build up that leverage. This new format that you mentioned about me holding the sign and all of that, that only happened like a few weeks ago.
Really?
And it was literally, this is another thing as well. I work nonstop, and I've said to myself as a personal goal, touch grass, take some time off, and let yourself consume, let yourself be a fan, and let yourself like just live. I found that I wasn't listening to music anymore because I'm working it every day, and it was just tiring. I stopped watching movies because any free time I just wanted to sleep, or I wanted to like try and go to the gym to be somewhat good, and then I wanted to sleep. So I decided one Monday, I was like, cool, I'm going to take the day off. And I was like running around London to run some errands. And this is exactly what happens when you just take some time off and let yourself consume. I was walking around Mayfair because my mum works around Mayfair. And as I'm walking around Mayfair, I see the telephone box. And I was like, oh, this is a cute spot. Let me have a look at it. And I looked at the box, looks clean enough. The space around it is perfect. And I was like, yo, like, this is perfect to film in. And then I was like, maybe I can create a format that is specific to social media. And then I spent all weekend obsessing over it and thinking about it and thinking, how would I record the sound? How would I record the visual? Like, what would that look like? And then I was like, oh, do I need to rent a camera? Do I need to do this? And I was like, whoa, hold up. Like, you've got a phone.
Yeah.
And you do have a camera. Those are your 2 cameras. Put my mic in there, positioned the cameras exactly how I thought about it in my brain. Got the footage back, quickly edited it up, and I was so excited. I was like, this is gonna hit. And that's exactly what happens when you just take some time off.
Yeah.
So from the moment I had that tester video, that same day I started hitting everyone up in my emails, my DMs. A few people were hitting me up to try and get on season 2, and I just went quiet. But I responded to all them people, and I was like, listen, we're redirecting, and this is the new format. Here's the tester video. Don't mind it because I'm modeling it. But this is the vision. What do you think? And since then, it's insane. Like, everyone's eating it up.
Yeah. It works for the consumption, like, of these platforms.
Exactly.
You've got the hook at the beginning, because do you always ask, are you an artist?
Yeah, and like, even someone came up to me and was just like, are you an artist? And I was like, that's exactly what I want. Like, even though it's bloody annoying, like, it's exactly what I want, because I even said to myself, like, I don't like to be in front of camera too much.
Okay.
But even this year, I've started posting videos with my face on it, because one of my friends just basically sat me down and was like, that's what it, like, people buy into stories.
Yeah.
And people buy into people. Like, they don't buy into the brand, they buy into people.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Sara, no one else can be you. And I was like, yeah, that's nice, but I don't care. And then they basically just flat out was like, okay, so you don't care about the success of Redbox then? And I was like, oh.
You took it there.
But with this new, are you an artist? I was like, anyone can film in a telephone box. But what they can't replicate is me. And I have a passion of putting artists on.
Yeah.
So, and that's exactly why I built Redbox.
Absolutely.
And I was like, cool. So if I have to now be the one to actively be shown to put that artist in the box, let's do it.
No, I love that.
Create from a place of like, this is actually fun to watch, or this is showing people a piece of my day, and that is valuable to your fan. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, create from that perspective. Don't create from like, yeah, I look dead there, so we're not putting it out. Yeah, but that's a valuable video though.
Yeah. As you say, you know, you've got limited budget.
Yeah.
Is it just you working on the social strategy, the content ideation, like the scheduling? Is that all you?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I have an assistant that helps me on the shoots.
Okay.
Just to streamline it. Like, I really want to make them, because right now I'm filming like at least twice a week with artists, and I'm trying to do them back to back. So we're filming like maybe 3-4 in a day.
Yeah.
And just keeping that consistency going. So for those shoots, I have an assistant, and I also have a sound engineer that does all of the mixing and mastering of those videos.
Okay.
But everything else, reaching out, admin, content ideation, editing, social scheduling, everything is me. So when it makes sense time-wise, obviously I will be bringing those people on, and I would hope that their expertise is even better than mine, and then we can grow this thing together. But for the time being, I'm like, literally do it every day anyway, so why would I not just do it?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. And so these things like the relaunch event and, as you say, the people doing those jobs to help you out, is it all coming out of your own pocket? Do you have like funding from somewhere? Like, how does that happen?
Right now, no funding. It's all from me. So like, again, I'm being transparent because I think it's important, because again, I feel like when I was 17, 18 and I was trying to learn about how people did things, they would always kind of beat around the bush.
I hustled
like
hard.
what on earth does that mean?
Exactly.
Like, I want to know what on earth you did.
Yeah.
Because I want to try and replicate some of that.
Exactly.
So to be completely black and white transparent, obviously I've got a monthly salary, I break off part of that salary every month and I put it in another account for Redbox stuff.
Okay.
So that's how I fund Redbox stuff.
Okay.
I know people have been like, oh, funding and stuff. I'm kind of waiting for the brand sponsorship, I'll be honest, because big up funding. I actually rate it so highly, but I think my thing was it's a lot of work to apply for it, which I don't know if I've even got the time or the energy to do.
You said no more essays ever again.
No more essays. And then on top of that, you're going to have to answer to them. Like, how are you using this money? Like, what, it has to be project based. Like, what are you doing with it? Blah, blah, blah. And for me, I don't really want to explain myself. Like, like if we've got a brand sponsoring X, Y, and Z, of course I'm going to answer to you and like why your investment is worth it. Yeah. But like when it has to be a project, well, I'm not going to create a random project just to fit the like
specifications.
Exactly. Like I'm not going to do that. So I'm all right with just self-funding for now. But brands holler me for real.
Holla at your girl. When the artist gets in the booth, it's from a bird's eye view almost. Yeah. How do you actually set that up?
That's my phone taped up. Yeah. So I put it on like 0.5 and I just tape up my phone and then I just edit it after to make it look CCTV-esque.
It does. It looks so good. I was like, how on earth does she do? It's like such a small space.
Yeah, it's tiny. Like, sorry for all the artists that are like over 6 foot, because I had an artist on Monday and he was so tall. I don't even know how tall the guy was. He could have easily been 6'5" or something. And like, I was like, I'm so sorry. This is such a tight squeeze. And we were just laughing about it. I had to even like lift up where I usually put the phone just to even fit his head on camera. But it like, this is the stuff that I love.
Yeah. How much time do they spend in there actually?
Honestly, it's quite quick. I usually give an hour to film everything. Okay. But we can film one of those videos within 20 minutes, half an hour. It's usually quite quick. Yeah. And I tell artists as well, like, we're not trying to be perfect here. Yeah. So we want to keep it as authentic as possible. So I like to try and keep it to as minimal takes as possible.
Yeah. So do artists, are you seeing now more so that they're reaching out to you?
Over the years, there's definitely been a lot of artists reaching out.
That's great.
A lot. Sometimes I can't even keep up, to be honest.
Wow.
But I also still very much go seeking for artists. Because even though there's like so many artists that want to jump on, naturally I'm one person. I can't get everyone on. But at the same time, me as a consumer, I also want to try and reach out to the people that I want to see on the platform. So it's a 50-50 thing. Or I'll get managers or labels hitting me up sometimes as well. Nice. So we'll just try and make it align. Yeah, it's cool. I love it when people reach out to me.
How do you find new music?
It's a mix, really. It's like obviously TikTok, but then like Instagram is a massive one. I will sometimes even look at artists that I rate and low-key see who they're following. Okay. I'm a taste girl. Like, I think anything can be sick, whether you've got budget, no budget, whatever. If you've got taste, no one can replicate that. And so when I see an artist, like even just an underground artist that might even have like 500 followers, but I see they've got taste, I'm looking at who you're following. Yeah. 9 times out of 10, you're finding a bunch of fire artists from that. Spotify is great. I'm a Spotify girly, not an Apple Music girly. Sorry.
Still listen on Apple Music though.
Yeah, still be listening though. I find that their algorithm is really great. Okay. It recommends a lot of artists. Like there was this one artist called Ayana who I found off of Spotify. I found her when she released a song called Alone. I think that was her first song. And at that point, I think she was on like 3K followers or something. And the first time I heard that song Alone, I cried. And I was like, I need to get this girl onto Redbox. And I literally was like, she's not going to come on Redbox. I know she's not going to come on, but I want her to come on. Yeah. But she was like, yeah, I'll come on. Yeah. And she performed, at the time we were doing those live sessions in my living room.
That was in your living room?
Yeah, all those. Oh, by the way, all those episodes are in my living room.
That's amazing. I was like, where'd she get this studio from?
Oh, no, they're in my living room.
High spec.
No, they're in my living room. And when she came and performed in my living room, I cried again.
Yeah.
And I was like, these songs are just insane. She at that point, she had Alone and Party Tricks out, and she performed both. And I cried. I was like, you're insane. And now she's obviously doing her thing, and I knew she would be doing her thing. I was like, within a year, she's going to blow, and that's exactly what happened. Again, I've got the privilege of being able to just go up to A&Rs and being like, what's on your radar?
Yeah.
And just speaking to them, speaking to people. Again, like, the team is super passionate. Like, we're all music lovers, so I even just chat to them. Or a song will be blaring out and I'm like, what's that? And then I'll just Shazam.
Yeah. Shazam is my best friend.
Shazam, like, makes me feel self-conscious sometimes because, like, the big blue ass screen. But at the same time, I'm like, no, I'm doing it with chest. Like, what are you talking about?
I want to know.
I want to know.
Do you ever get creative blocks?
All the time.
How do you manage them?
My job at Believe, so I'm a creative manager.
Yep.
And especially this year, I've done a lot of creative direction for artists.
Nice.
And with that being said, that means you have to come up with ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And to be quite honest with you, I don't have a set way of dealing with creative block.
Mm-hmm.
I usually find that when I just stop, an idea will just pop into my head. Mm-hmm. And it happened with this format. It happens all the time. Like, there was one day I remember specifically, not going to mention the artist, but I was trying to think up a music video concept. And I literally just sat at my desk just thinking, replaying the song time and time again. And I was just getting frustrated. I came up with like a brief, went to a meeting, came back, looked at the brief and was like, this is shit. Like, it's just so naff. And then I was so worked up and frustrated. My head was hurting and I was like, oh, whatever. I can't be arsed. I'm not, like, I'll deal with it another time. And then we were walking to the station on my way home. And then a concept just came into my head. And then we literally said to each other, sometimes you just need a little walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would just say to people, if you're experiencing creative block, which I do like multiple times a week, it's actually really annoying. But like, it's easier said than done. Just stop thinking about it. Go about your day. Sometimes just make a cup of tea, go for a walk, think of something else, like do something else completely different. And then something will just come into your head.
Let the mind wander.
Yeah, you just need to like just stop. And that's why I even said I'm trying to make more time to watch movies, to just consume, because I recently commissioned a music video for Tiny Temper.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
Really
fun.
fun.
Oh my God.
It's so fun.
What?
And that was literally like, I got brought on quite last minute, and so they already had the concept. No, they had an initial concept, and I said, cool, to manage expectations, we ain't got the budget for that.
Okay.
I'm going to try for you, but try to find like some sick directors to do it. Everyone kept on coming back to me with the same feedback. And I was like, there's a lot of resistance here, guys. And then Tiny himself got inspired by the movie The Menu.
Oh, such a good film.
Such a good
film. So good. Okay.
And so I saw them that week because he was doing a performance on AG. After the performance, we were just sat in a bar and me and his manager were talking. And he was like, Sara, your homework is to watch it and then we'll talk and then I'll tell you the concept.
Okay.
So I was like, cool. So I watched the movie and I was like, yo, this is dope.
Yeah.
Messaged the manager and he was like, you liked it, yeah? And I was like, yeah. And then he told me the concept. The song is called Eat It Up. The video is actually out now.
Okay.
The treatment came back and it was just so cleverly done that we were all just like, absolutely, yeah. And now, like, we came up with this whole video because Tiny was inspired by a movie. And I was like, this is inspiring me to just consume.
Yeah.
And now, like, within a day or something, the video was shortlisted for the Berlin Commercial Awards or whatever. And I was like, this is literally what happens when you just freaking take time. Big up Tiny for that, because that taught me a massive lesson.
I'm
So
gonna have to watch it straight after this. It's
do
happening.
do
And
it.
when you finish listening, go and watch that as well. So what is your ultimate goal, if you have one, for Redbox Records?
To be honest, I'm still figuring that out.
Okay.
But I know that Redbox, I want it to grow so that we're doing multiple things that I would hope and pray that we can do for the UK scene. And I'm always going to put it down to us being artist led. What that looks like, I'm figuring out as we go along. I'll be real. But that's the fun part. I know for now, the shorter term goal is building up our presence on social and like just really making people aware that we are a tastemaker platform that is putting you on to what is happening in the UK. I would love to have a festival stage to be able to bring a lineup of artists that we're really excited about.
Yeah.
But how it expands for the bigger artist and for the upcoming artist, like I want to figure that out because I know those opportunities will look different for those bigger artists that are already doing amazing things in their career and have been working at it probably for a while, but then also finding an opportunity where we can still be working with the upcoming artist that is at the start of their journey. The possibilities are endless, really.
And it's kind of key to stay adaptable to whatever comes. So as we've mentioned, you also work at Believe.
I do.
How do you fit everything in? Like, do you sleep?
Girl. Ooh, this is a question that I was literally having a conversation about this today. I talk about it all the time because I'm still trying to figure it out. I think all I know is there's a lot of things that I want to do, so I'm trying to fit it in. But to not be vague, I think it's just time management. I'll be real. Like, you just have to ace your time management. Yes, Believe is a 9 to 5. So what am I doing after that? Whether that's taking some evenings to actually go to events and meet people, or like sometimes I have to go to a show for an artist that I'm working with. Cool. Redbox, I try and film like weekends or any free time that I have.
Yeah.
Like, there's just ways you can fit it in if you really want to fit it in.
Yeah.
But one thing I really have said, and I've really tried to stick to like 80% of the time this year, is I need at least one day where I'm not doing work.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's fair.
But like, I didn't do that. Like, you'd be surprised because I
was gonna
can
say,
do a million things.
You're a workaholic, perhaps?
Yeah, I am. I am. And like, even not to get too personal, but like, I've even said it to myself, like, bro, like, you need to get a life. Like,
you're obviously very driven as a person.
yeah,
like, literally.
too much sometimes.
No,
Bloody
but
hell.
no, it is. It's an amazing trait to have because even from the time where you didn't know what you wanted to do, but you knew you were going to do something. Like that is, it's like an inbuilt thing. You can't learn that, I feel. So do you ever get the little voice in your head that's like, you can't do this, or this isn't going to happen? Like, how do you kind of meet that?
Really good question. I'll be honest, that's where my faith comes in.
Mm.
I feel like if I depended on myself, it would be a massive issue. Like, I don't think I do half the things I can do or have done. And I think that confidence has literally been instilled in me as a child because I realized, like, at the end of the day, it's not on me to figure out. And like, you know, don't get me, I deal with those voices all the time. Maybe last month or something, I came home, the voices in my head were just like, oh, you can't do it, you're shit.
Yeah.
What's the point of even trying? It's gonna flop anyway. And it just like got to me and I just bawled out crying and I was like, I just can't do it. And my dad was literally like, why are you acting like it's for you to figure it out? And I was like, yo, you're right. Like, what the hell? So I'll be honest, even when I feel like I can't or this is gonna flop or I don't have the capacity or I'm not qualified enough or equipped enough, because every day, I'll be honest, I walk into a room and I can sound very confident, but there's a lot of risks that I'm taking that people are depending on, and I don't know if it's gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
I have no idea, but I'm playing it cool, calm and collected to them. But what people don't see is I'm running off to a quiet corner and I'm praying about it. So those voices definitely come, but I also try and be like, yo, dude, like, I'm giving it up. I actually can't deal with it.
Yeah.
and nor do I want to, nor should I.
It's a great outlook to have. It really is, because we're hard enough on ourselves. You are a creative manager.
Yeah.
Can you just give the listener a little insight into the day-to-day? You mentioned that you're creating treatments for music videos, you're talking to artists, you're going to their shows. Like, what's the day-to-day of a creative manager?
It literally depends. So with Believe, because we're an indie, it's quite a new concept to be providing creative there, I would say. So what I do with each artist or campaign depends on the infrastructure they already have in their teams.
Okay.
But if we're looking at an artist that doesn't really have a creative team and it's pretty much just themselves and their manager, then usually we'll have a conversation about their goals, and I get to know them. I get to listen to their music. Like, we work heavily on projects. So I'll listen to the project. I'll ask them if they have any ideas. That's where I step in, and I'll help creative direct. I'll pretty much just help where is necessary. If an artist needs content done for their socials, I'll help with that, or I'll help outsource it. As part of the creative direction, I'll commission a lot of stuff for them. I film, I do press shots, photography, all of that stuff. I'll edit, I'll design if we need playlist covers sorted, press pics, an artwork, whatever it is that we need in the creative scope. If they don't have someone that they know to do it, I will either do it myself or I'll commission to do it.
Gotcha.
So a lot of my day to day is like, I'll just be like, okay, based off of what I'm listening and based off of you, this is what I think the album should look like, kind of thing. It's just very collaborative. And then like sometimes I'll be going to a show, a lot of the time I'm on shoots.
Okay.
So it's a split between a lot of admin, a lot of editing, but every day is completely different and every week is completely different. So it's literally just kind of like filling the demands of who's in campaign and what do we need for each artist during their campaign, kind of thing.
That sounds great. Very varied. Obviously,
Very.
can be a lot of pressure, but the payoff is worth it. And you, as you say, you get to be creative and use those skill sets.
Yeah,
that's
I'm grateful.
Really, really cool. Nice. Okay, right. We're gonna end with questions I ask everyone. And this is quick fire. First off, what is your favourite memory or pinch me moment in your career so far?
Got flown out to Cannes to work with David Guetta.
No.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was like 24 hours and it was so good. It just made me see a side of the industry that I hadn't seen yet, and it was mad, but it was so good.
Jeez, what were you doing?
I was doing social content for him, actually. That was when I was freelancing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good.
That is cool.
Really
What's
cool.
he like?
He's actually really chill, really lovely guy. Super humble. I was like, yeah, fair. But it was just mad, like just the status of everything when you're with an artist that size.
Yeah,
it was mad.
Jeez.
It was really good.
That's crazy.
Really fun.
Damn.
Yeah.
I never know what people are going to say, but like that's actually shocked me. In your opinion, what's the best thing about working in music and what's the worst thing?
Best thing is I don't feel like I'm working every day. Feel like even the hard parts, I'm chatting to just people. Yeah. I don't feel like, that's why it's so easy to work all the time, because I don't feel like I'm working. It's my hobby and I get paid for it. Worst thing, I would say, honestly, it's not like, I wouldn't put it as the worst thing. I would say it's more like the challenge. Just people management, I'll be honest. You work with, especially in my role, you're working with new people every day. A lot of new people every day. Yeah. And you're all trying to get a really sick result. But the reality is you're forming teams every day. For each campaign, when I'm commissioning or whatever it is, you're working with so many people, so many different teams that you're sorting out. And you're having to learn on the spot how to communicate with each individual, how they receive things, how to get the best out of them. It's a lot. So that takes a lot of mind energy, because I've never met you before. but I have to try and communicate with you and build a rapport quick enough.
Yeah.
So that you trust me and I trust you. We can just get this thing done.
Yeah.
Also with artists, I'm working with new artists all the time. So building those rapports and those relationships is literally essential. Otherwise, it will be a shit show.
Yeah.
And, you know, each artist is completely different and they are dealing with different challenges and you're having to learn about that. It's a lot of work, man. Like, it's actually a lot of work. It's rewarding in the end, always.
Of course.
But I would say that's the biggest challenge for sure.
As a young woman in the industry, have you kind of come up against particular egos because you're literally just a woman at work? Or have you found that people are just being normal and are happy to work on things?
I feel like it's a mix. Like, I work with a lot of rappers. And I'm also, and like, I've never been one of those women that like walks into a room and is like, oh, I'm feeling their behavior because I'm a woman, or because I'm young or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, usually when I'm in the room, I'm one of the youngest. I am a white female, so that comes into play, and I just use it. Like, again, you just have to use what you've got. And like, but I also grew up in South London. Yeah. So I'm also aware when I open my mouth, a lot of the time when I'm talking to artists, they're not like, they're like, oh shit, like, who's this girl? Kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely been times where I've had to try and build that respect, or like, I've just flat out been like, you're not respecting my time. So should we leave it here? Because I'm not going to work with you if you're moving like this. I think that's what builds the respect quite quickly.
That's it, yeah.
And I don't look at these people. I respect them and I rate what they do. But I also don't look at my value being placed on how they view me. So I kind of just say what I need to say. Yeah. And it makes my colleagues laugh, to be honest, because they're like, the fuck are you getting away with saying this? People will respect that. They've got no other option to, because you're respecting yourself. So
preach it. Oh my gosh.
Do you know what I mean?
Spitting facts over here. Okay. What advice, I feel like you've given us so much already, but what main bit of advice would you give to someone who wants to become digital creator or even create their own platform? What would you say to them?
Just literally, even if you feel unequipped to do so, just do it. Like, find a means. If that means the only thing you have or can afford is your phone, create using your phone and put it out there. Like, don't wait for circumstances to open up. You've got to move before your environment moves around you. Just put it out there.
Love it. Just go for it.
Go for it.
And last question, I feel like it's going to put you on the spot. Do you have a favourite song or artist?
Knew it.
Right now? Because it changes.
It changes all the time, but I can't lie. Sasha Keeble.
Oh, I love Sasha Keeble.
Nah, man, Sasha. Holler me, because what you're doing is insane. And I would love to just sit in a studio session, I swear. Like, I can't, like, and the reason why I say that is because it's the first time in a long time that, like, any time I listen to her music or watch what she's doing, I instantly slip into fan mode. Yeah. Like, not everyone can do that. And so for that, big up you. Bonus point, you're from South London. Just saying.
Sara Vieira, thank you so much for joining me today. I've had such a good time. Where can people find you on socials?
You can find me on all socials at Sara Vieira _X. So SARAVIEIRA _X. Long, but that's me. Or you can find me at Redbox Records.
Redbox Records.
Yeah, Redbox REC. That's the handle for all socials.
Amazing. You can find me at Saskia Kumba on everything. You can follow at the B-Side Music Pod, and you can even email us on the bsidemusicpod@gmail.com. Until next time, goodbye.
Bye.